Well, hello there. Welcome. I'm Alexandra, a group fitness coach, yoga instructor, and someone who enjoys challenging her body to learn stupid people tricks. The following is a week of training in my life, outside of the classes that I teach in studio and privately. Now what's to come is a sample week of workouts, because every week looks a little bit different for me, as I'm sure it does for you too. In this video, I plan to share actionable takeaways as it pertains to training in a sustainable way. And maybe the workouts shown will help inspire you to move your body in new and creative ways. We're kicking things off strong with a compound lower body session. I love starting the week with strength-based workouts. There's something about pulling heavy that just makes me feel like Wonder Woman. Because if I start the week by voluntarily choosing to do something hard, then the rest of the week is downhill. Or at least it feels that way right after the session, which is still a win for me. One of the biggest mindset shifts towards training came when I realized that it is the process that does the work. And the process of pushing my body to new limits is just part of the reality of staying fit. The goal is not to get fit, but to stay fit. It's like marriage. The goal isn't to get married, but rather to stay married. Ideally, in both cases, happily. Right now, I have chosen the arbitrary goal of getting to 65 kg on curtsy lunges. A valuable life skill, I know. But the goal could have been anything. What matters to me is that the chosen goal will be uncomfortable, but still within reach. There's a quote by HYROX that sums up this concept more succinctly. The work works on you more than you work on it. It's about who you become while doing the work more than the outcome of the work itself. It's not really important to me whether I get to 65 or 70 kg on the curtsy lunge. What matters is the kind of person I become along the way. The traits that develop during the process. Striving towards a goal requires patience, discipline, resilience, and persistence. And all of those are traits I want. In addition to the juicy thighs that will come as a result of the heavy curtsy lunges. So I challenge you to pick a goal, stick with it, and then watch what kind of person you become along the way. My guess is that the process will end up serving you much more than the end result. I'd like to touch on the idea of no work wasted. Whether in fitness or business, everything you do contributes to you learning and growing. Even if you just spend 10 or 15 minutes working out, it still moves the needle in the right direction. In another context, if I were to spend 4 hours filming just to scrap the whole project, it's not wasted time. I can still take something positive away. I can still say that I've learned at least one thing from the experience. Sometimes, in the thick of things, it's hard to see how what we're doing will serve us, but you just gotta keep showing up. Focus on what you can control. Focus on the input, not the output. Here are a few examples. Input. Moving the body every day in some capacity. It could be yoga, resistance training, running, swimming, etc. Input. Learn how to make colorful, protein-rich meals from home. Input. Sticking with a consistent bedtime every night. Input. Filtering the kind of information you consume each day and when you choose to consume it. A little pro tip on this one, delay email and social media until as late as possible in the day. These inputs are things that you can control, and that, like training a muscle, over time and with practice, grow stronger. External factors like motivation or approval from others are beyond this scope. So I found it's better, and keeps me sane, to stay focused on what I can influence. Oh my goodness gracious! I just finished the mini HYROX training, 42 minutes. That's a quick one. And I'm really proud of myself because this is only the second time that I've done this training. The first time was rough. That was not pretty. I had to walk a lot of the runs because I never run. So that's normal, you know? It's not something I train. Gotta be kind to ourselves. But this time I didn't have to walk at all. I just powered through. The meters ticked off and now I feel good. My heart's pumping, I feel alive. I think it's especially nice to do these kinds of things as someone who trains other people for a living because it puts me back in the beginner mindset. It reminds me that it's always hard to move your body. It's really uncomfortable to get your blood pumping and to work within the range of like 160 to 190 beats per minute. That's awful. It never gets really easier. It's just that you may get more comfortable with that feeling, but it's hard every time. And the running kind of heartbeat is very different to cycling, which is very different to swimming, which is very different to lifting weights. It's a wonderful approach as a human on this earth to look at all of those different kinds of discomforts as just part of a sampling of life, that they all make you feel alive and in your body in a different kind of way. And if we can approach it as, I'm open to the mixture of pain and discomfort and trying it all out, I think that's a really nice approach. And just see all that our body's capable of. I'm smiling now because it's behind me. I did not want to do this training this morning, but as I said, it only took me 42 minutes. That's quick. That's quick. It's a little chunk out of the day, and now I can go on and enjoy the rest of the day with this endorphin rush. Today's session focuses on skill training. I like to call it my playtime. Training handstands, forearm stand, single leg squat, and generally new playful combinations I can do on the mat. Which brings me to something I call the play imperative. While there are times in life where structure and intensity are required, indeed this can be the case when training for a specific event, such as a marathon, sometimes we just need to keep things light. Movement provides a wonderful release for the body and the mind. And if things at work or home are stressful, sometimes the last thing your body needs is to push through a heavy workout. Instead, you may need rest, a home-cooked meal, or just a hug from someone you love. Though if you still crave the release that movement gives, I recommend finding something that feels like play. It could be dancing, jumping rope, running, kickboxing, or hula hooping. In my case, for the last year, it's been practicing handstands. It's something that I look forward to every day, and while I do have some structure around the training, I just enjoy the act of being upside down. It still amazes me every single time that my body can do it. There's enough in day-to-day life that requires us to be adults. Please don't make your workout routine another one of those things. Keep calm and carry on playing. Hi everybody, happy Thursday. Today's workout is a full body compound session, but in a slightly more gentle fashion than Monday's workout. Because generally at this point in the week, I'm just super sore from teaching my classes, and I just want to get my blood pumping, get the body moving and feeling good. Which brings me to one of my guiding principles, which is follow the plan, not your mood. It's completely normal to feel sad, tired, angry, stressed, anxious, and also you can still follow through with the plan. I'm not saying you should ignore your feelings, but you also don't have to let them derail you from your goal. Emotions are temporary, but the work you do to move the needle will remain after your mood has changed. If you're having a hard time staying consistent, I recommend removing as many points of friction, aka barriers, as you can think of to make it as easy as possible to perform the desired behaviors. This could mean choosing a gym close to home or work, ideally within walking distance so that you can go as often as possible. You could buy workout clothes that make you feel good so that you look forward to wearing them. Maybe you make a playlist with your favorite booty-shaking songs to hype you up. Or classic, accountability. Book a class or set a standing gym appointment with a friend. Motivation is unreliable. Plans, on the other hand, are concrete and unwavering. Follow the plan, not your motivation. Movement is a necessity and has to be included in one's day-to-day. The form may vary based on time restraints, stress levels, class schedule, etc., but the imperative to move remains. My body is feeling the week of workouts, and from all the studio classes I've taught so far, I'll also be teaching this weekend. So I just want to calm things down today and stretch it out with one of my favorite teachers here, Laurence. I really love my job as a group fitness coach so much. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. And also sometimes I just crave to be a student again, to show up to a class and be told exactly what to do, how to move, and not have to use my brain at all. And so with that, I'm going to conclude today's video here. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed, and at the very least, that you had some inspiration for some new ways that you can move your body. If you have any questions or comments, you can find me in the comments down below. I'll see you back here in my next video super soon.